Hari Om kids, today's Bal Sanskar Kendra is about Narsinh Mehta. Part 1. Narsinh Mehta was born in Junagadh, Gujarat around the year 1414 to a Brahmin family. He had an elder brother, and when his elder brother was 22 years old and he was 5, his parents died. After the death of his parents, Narsinh was raised by his elder brother and grandmother. Narsinh was dumb from childhood and could not speak till the age of 8. Because of this disability, people started calling him dumb. His grandmother was worried about how to make him speak, but she had full trust in BHAGWAN and was fully convinced that even her grandson could receive his voice by the mercy and blessings of BHAGWAN. At the same time, she also believed that BHAGWAN's grace and blessings can only be given by his beloved devotees and saints. She had huge reverence and respect for the saints and Mahatmas. Whenever she saw any sage or Mahatma, she tried her best to serve them. It is said that faith is fruitful when it is fervent. One day, Dadi went to the temple with Narsinh to listen to the Bhagavad Gita, and while returning, she spotted a Mahatma who was sitting in Padmasan on a cheetah skin in the corner of the temple. His face was glowing with radiance. One could tell by looking at the Mahatma that he was supremely accomplished yogi. She bowed to the Mahatma with great respect and devotion and requested with folded hands, "Mahatman, this child is my grandson. His parents have passed away. He is about to turn 8 years old, but can't say anything. His name is Narsinh, but everyone only calls him dumb. Maharaj, please bless this child so that he can speak." Mahatma looked at Narsinh and said while smiling, "Mother, this child of yours is fortunate. He is a great soul of your lineage." Then he took water out from his vessel and sprinkled it on Narsinh while saying in his ear, "Say Radha Krishna." Narsinh repeated, "Radha Krishna." Grandmother danced with joy after seeing her grandson speaking. "My Narsinh has started speaking." Then she bowed her head to the feet of the Mahatma and took the dust from his feet and started sprinkling it on her grandson. The Mahatma said smilingly, "Now go home, mother. Keep teaching him the name Radha Krishna to the child." The grandmother came home with her grandson. Narsinh started speaking. Hearing this, the people of the house started expressing their happiness. The next day, grandmother went to the temple to give lots of dakshina or offerings to the Mahatma, but saw that there was no one there. Upon asking around, people said, "We never saw any sannyasi Mahatma here. Don't know who that Mahatma was or where he came from or where he went. No one saw him." When there is true faith, God blessings are always showered in any way. Let's start today's Bal Sanskar Kendra by remembering Pujya Gurudev. Kirtan. Now we will stand and perform kirtan and dance for a while. Now all children will hum Omkar. Pray to Bhagwan Vishnu. Now all the children will sing to Bhagwan Vishnu. Shantakaram Bhujagayashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrusham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogabhirdhyanagambhyam Vande Vishnu Bhavabhayaharanam Sarvalok Ekanatham. Who is of peaceful form, who rests upon the great serpent Shesha, whose navel is adorned with a lotus, and who is the Lord of even the Devas themselves, he who upholds the entire universe, who is present everywhere, whose skin is blue as the sky, and whose every feature exudes auspiciousness and charm. He is the beloved of the goddess Lakshmi, with eyes as gentle as lotus petals, and is the object of continuous meditation of yogis. He who destroys all fears and who is the master of all realms. We bow to Bhagwan Vishnu. Story: Previous birth of Narasimha Mehta. Children, do you know who Narasimha Mehta was in his previous life? In Srimad Bhagwat Mahapuran, Sri Shukdev says, Parikshit, it is in the Ikshwatu dynasty. There was a king named Muchkund, the son of Maharaj Mandadat. He was the sole emperor of the entire earth, not to mention the kings of the earth in might, and even Devraj Indra yearned for his help. Once the demons defeated the gods, and the gods became very sad. They did not have any capable commander, so they prayed to Maharaj Muchkunda for help. The king accepted Indra's prayer, and he continued fighting with the demons for a long time in heaven to protect the gods. After a long time, Devraj Indra said to Maharaj Muchkund, King, You did us a great service, leaving behind your wife and sons. You engaged in our protection. Here in heaven, what is called 1 year, on earth, the same amount of time is called 360 years. You have been here with us for thousands of years. Therefore now there is no trace of your capital. All your family members are gone. We are very happy with you. Whatever boon you want to ask, except for salvation, ask, because giving salvation is beyond our power. The Maharaj was overpowered by human intellect. He did not sleep in heaven and was very tired while fighting. So he said to Devraj, Indra, Devraj, I ask for this boon that I may sleep, and no one should disturb my sleep. Devraj said, This shall happen. Go to earth and sleep. Whoever wakes you up will immediately be burnt to ashes. After receiving this boon, Maharaj Muchkund came to India and slept in a cave. Many ages passed while he slept. Dwapar Yug came. Lord Shri Krishna incarnated in the Yadunvanshi clan. At the same time, Kaliyavan surrounded Mathura, and with the intention of getting him killed by himself and the desire to show mercy on Maharaj Muchkund, Lord Krishna ran away from Kaliyavan. Kaliyavan was very proud of his strength. He also challenged Lord Krishna and ran after him on foot. While running, the Lord hid himself in the cave where Maharaj Muchkund was sleeping. Seeing him sleeping, the Lord covered him with his pitambara and hid himself. Kaliyavan, full of pride and power, came into the cave thinking of Maharaj Muchkund as Lord Krishna. He started walking up by pulling his pitambara vigorously. Maharaj got up quickly. Kaliyavan was standing in front, and as soon as he was seen by Maharaj Muchkund, he was burnt to ashes. When Kaliyavan was burnt to ashes, Lord Krishna appeared in front of King Muchkund. King Muchkund said, Who are you? I believe that you are Lord Narayan, the most worshipable deity of gods, because just as the best lamp drives away the darkness, in the same way you are driving away the darkness of this cave with the light of your body. Lord, I am the son of Maharaj Mandadat. I was tired due to staying awake for a long time. Sleep has taken away the power of all my senses, and I cannot even look at you for a long time. Then Lord Krishna said, Dear Muchkund, I have thousands of births, deeds, and names. They are infinite. King, this was Kaliyavan. Due to my inspiration, he was burnt to ashes as soon as your sharp gaze fell on him. I have come into this cave only to show you kindness. You have worshipped me a lot before, and I am gracious to my devotee. Therefore, whatever is your wish, ask me. Then King Muchkund, filled with joy, bowed at the feet of the Lord and said, Lord, I got to see you, and now give me your intense devotion. Give me such devotion that I attain self-realization. Lord Shri Krishna said, Muchkund, you have enjoyed a lot of pleasures in your youth. You have killed many animals while hunting and while practicing the Kshatriya religion. Hence, strong devotion cannot be granted. Now you worship me and wash away that sin through penance. King, in the next birth, you will become a Brahmin and a true well-wisher of all living beings. Then you will attain God. The same Muchkund was now Narsimha Mehta, in Kali Yuga, and he was a great devotee since childhood. So children, we get two lessons from this story. One is that devotion to God is achieved only by living a life with restraint, and the path of attaining God becomes longer due to lust for pleasures. The second is that worship of God and penance burns our sins and sooner or later supports us in the next birth. Children, say, "Victory to the devotee and the Lord."
Knowledge competition. Competition. Now's the turn of a knowledge and science competition. You will be asked a question and there will be 4 options to choose from. You will need to give the right answer in 10 seconds. The question is, who was Narsinh Mehta'S Bhagwan, in whose devotion he was always engrossed in? The options are A. Bhagwan Shri Krishna, B. Bhagwan Shri Ram, C. Bhagwan Shiv, D. Mata Ambaji. The correct answer to the question will be revealed at the end of the session. Health. In health safety, today we will learn about ways to purify the air. These days, many diseases occur due to impure air or lack of clean environment. Occasionally, if you burn cow dung cakes mixed with barley, sesame, ghee, coconut pieces, and guggul, it will destroy many harmful bacteria. When intending to meditate or chant, it is highly beneficial to burn such incenses beforehand. Then, in that purified environment, engage in pranayam, meditation, and chanting. However, avoid excessive use of incenses to prevent potential discomfort in the throat. These days, incense sticks are made from perfumes, and they do provide fragrance, but the chemicals used in them have adverse effects on our health. Firstly, the pollution from motor vehicles has a negative impact, and secondly, the chemicals in incense sticks also affect the body adversely. Instead of such incense sticks, it would be better to use pure and natural incense sticks or dhoop sticks. If not available, burn a little ghee for purifications. Our rishis did not discover yagna to kill microbes. Instead, they made yagya to purify the polluted inner self entangled in the cycle of emotions and birth and death, and attaining Supreme Paramatma. Activity. Today's activity is, who will become station master? Take a close look at this image. P1 and P2 are 2 platforms. Coach A and Coach B are standing on both platforms, and there's a bridge in front. The train's engine is on the opposite side of the tracks, which can be operated from both directions. You need to bring Coach A to platform P2 and Coach B to platform P1. The engine should be brought back to the same track as before. The problem is that the bridge can only bear the weight of the engine. If the engine goes with the coach, the bridge will break. You need to find a solution. Tip: draw a diagram on paper and explain it with a matchbox. If you find a solution, make a video and show it to the Sanskar teacher. You can also try it at home. Questionnaire. Get ready for the questionnaire. When and where was Narsinh Mehta born? Narsinh Mehta was unable to speak. So how did he acquire speech? What boon did King Muchkund ask from Indradev? What boon did King Muchkund ask from Sri Krishna? What lineage was King Muchkund born into? Why did King Muchkund not receive the devotion of Bhagwan in his very birth? What have we learned from today's story? What is the Indian science behind clapping our hands during kirtan? Whose portion should be offered from our food? What are the 8 paths of dharma which should be followed? How is the environment purified when incense havan is done? Narayan, 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 Narayan. With this, today's Sanskar Kendra concludes. We will meet again next week with a new knowledge-enhancing topic. Until then, Hari Om. The correct answer to the question is A. Narsinh Mehta was always engrossed in the devotion of Bhagwan Sri Krishna.